Hi students, today we are going to discuss about an important topic in structure of atom, that is electronic configuration of elements. What is this electronic configuration of elements? See the definition of electronic configuration: the distribution of electrons in shells, subshells and orbitals in an atom. If we consider an atom, in that atom protons and neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in a definite circular paths. Those paths are called shells. These shells are divided into subshells as per the Zeeman effect. These subshells again divided into orbitals as per the Stark effect. That means shells divided to subshells, subshells divided to orbitals, orbitals can associate electrons. Means there is a perfect guidance is there for the systematic arrangement of the electrons in shells, subshells and orbitals. So that particular arrangement is called electronic configuration. For that process of electronic configuration, we are following certain rule. That rule is called NLX method. NLX method. What is this NLX method? It is the shorthand method used to represent the electronic configuration. It is the shorthand method used to represent the electronic configuration. Okay, right, good. Then what is N? Principal quantum number. This says about the main levels. Next, L. L is nothing but angular momentum quantum number. We already know. It shows about the sublevels. Next, number of electrons present in the orbital. See here, in the definition only there, shells, subshells and orbitals. So, principal quantum number, angular momentum quantum number are incorporated and number of electrons are incorporated. Let us go for an example, helium. Atomic number of helium is 2. Whereas well as mass number is 4. What does it mean? As I already said, it contains atomic number is 2, means it contains 2 protons. Where 2 protons are there, automatically 2 electrons are there. 4 minus 2, that is 2 neutrons are there. These protons and neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Then what about these electrons? These 2 electrons, as per the Aufbau principle and as well as Euler chart, first of all, they should occupy the lowest energy orbital. The lowest energy orbital is always 1s. Here 1 indicates the principal quantum number, s indicates the angular momentum quantum number. Now, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons are there. S orbital can always accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. So, the configuration, electronic configuration of helium is 1s2. Here the 1 indicates principal quantum number n, s indicates angular momentum quantum number L, this 2 indicates number of electrons. Now this method becomes NLX method. That is the use of NLX method. NLX method is a shorthand method used to represent the electronic configuration of elements. Let us write the electronic configuration of some of the elements. The first element, as we know, that is hydrogen. Its general representation is H11, means it contains 1 electron, 1 proton, 1 minus 1, that is 0 neutrons. One and only one element without any neutrons is hydrogen. For that sake it is least in its mass and as well as lightest gas. Now I am going to write the electronic configuration of this 1 electron. As the hydrogen contains only 1 electron, as per the Aufbau principle and as well as Euler chart, electron should occupy the orbital of lowest energy, that is 1s. Now this electron will occupy the orbital of 1s. We have only 1 electron. Now it will be written like this. It is pronounced as 1s1. 1s1. This is the electronic configuration of hydrogen. Why? Because hydrogen contains only one electron because its atomic number is 1. Next element is helium. General representation of helium is He24. It contains 2 electrons, 2 protons, 4 minus 2, that is 2 neutrons. These 2 protons and 2 neutrons are there inside the nucleus, and the remaining 2 electrons, as per the Euler chart and as well as Aufbau principle, first of all they should occupy the lowest energy orbital. The lowest energy orbital is 1s. S orbital always can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. With us also 2 electrons are there. So the electronic configuration of helium is 1s2, where 1 indicates the principal energy level, S indicates the angular momentum level, 2 indicates the number of electrons. Now let us move on to third element, that is nothing but lithium. Its representation is Li37, where it has 3 electrons, 3 protons and 4 neutrons. Why? Because 7 minus 3, A minus Z, that is nothing but number of neutrons. Now these 3 protons and 4 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Then what about the position of these 3 electrons? These 3 electrons, as per the lowest number rule, as per the Aufbau principle, they should occupy the lowest energy orbital. The lowest energy orbital is 1s. But S can accommodate only 2 electrons. Out of 3 electrons, 2 electrons are accommodated. 1 electron is left. And as per the Aufbau principle, next highest energy is only 2s. So the remaining 1 electron is occupied in the orbital, that is 2s. Now the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s1. If you go towards the fourth element, that element is nothing but beryllium. Beryllium, whose representation is Be49, means which contain 4 electrons, 4 protons, 5 neutrons. Now 4 protons and 5 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Then what about these 4 electrons? As per the Euler chart and as well as Aufbau principle, first of all they should occupy the lowest energy orbital, that is 1s. Out of 4 electrons, 2 electrons are accommodated in 1s. Remaining 2 electrons are there. The remaining 2 electrons, as per the rule, they should move towards the 2s. 2s also can accommodate 2 electrons. With us also 2 electrons are there. So the configuration of beryllium for 4 electrons is 1s2, 2s2. The next element is boron. Its general representation is B511. That means it contains 5 electrons, 5 protons, 6 neutrons. These 5 protons and 6 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Then what about these 5 electrons? As per the Aufbau principle, they should occupy the lowest energy orbital, that is 1s. But 1s can accommodate only 2 electrons. Remaining 3 electrons are there. Out of 3 electrons, 2 electrons are accommodated in 2s. Remaining 1 electron is left. As per the principle, it moves towards 2p. Only 1 electron is accommodated. P orbital can accommodate maximum of 6 electrons. But only 1 electron is left in the electronic configuration. So for that, the electronic configuration of boron is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. That means out of 5 electrons, 2 electrons are there in 1s, 2 electrons are there in 2s, 1 electron is there in 2p. By adding the numericals, totally the value becomes 5. So the superscripts indicates the total number of electrons that present in the atom. Next element is carbon, whose general representation is 6c12. That means it contains 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. 12 minus 6, it becomes 6 neutrons. These 6 protons and 6 neutrons are there inside the nucleus, whereas 6 electrons, first as per the Bohr rule, lowest energy orbital, that is 1s2, next orbital is 2s2, totally 4 electrons are completed, remaining 2 electrons as per the rule they move towards p. P orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Now the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s2 to p2. Next element is nitrogen, whose general representation is N714. That means it contains 7 electrons, 7 protons and 7 neutrons. These protons and neutrons are there inside the nucleus. What about these 7 electrons? The first 7 electron will occupy 1s orbital. Next 2s orbital. Why? Because the energy of 1s is lowest. Next energy level is 2s. Next energy level is 2p as per the Bohr principle. Now in 2p only 3 electrons are left with us. So the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. That is the method of pronunciation. Next element is oxygen. General representation is O816. This means it contains 8 electrons, 8 protons and 8 neutrons. That is 16 minus 8. These 8 protons and 8 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Now what about these 8 electrons? We already know, as per the Bohr principle, these 8 electrons will occupy. These 8 electrons, as per the rule, 2 electrons are there in 1s. Next energy level is 2s. 2 electrons are occupied. Next energy level is 2p. P has a maximum of 6 electrons, but only 4 electrons are available. Now the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Another element is fluorine. Its general representation F919. That means it contains 9 electrons, 9 protons and 10 neutrons. These 9 protons and 9 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. Then what about these 9 electrons? As per the Bohr rule and as well as Euler chart, first of all they try to occupy the orbitals of lowest energy, that is 1s. In 1s only 2 electrons are accommodated. Next orbital is 2s. In 2s also 2 electrons are accommodated. The next orbital is 2p. P orbital can accommodate maximum of 6 electrons, but only 5 electrons are left. So the configuration becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. The next element is neon. Its representation is Ne1020. This means it contains 10 electrons, 10 protons and 20 minus 10, that is 10 neutrons. These 10 protons and 10 neutrons are there inside the nucleus. And what about these 10 electrons? As per the Hund's rule and as well as Bohr principle, first they occupy the lowest energy orbital, that is 1s. S can accommodate 2 electrons. Next energy orbital is 2s. 2s also can accommodate 2 electrons. The next orbital is 2p. It can accommodate maximum of 6 electrons. The left electrons is also 6. Now 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 is nothing but the total number of electrons are 10. That is equal to the atomic number. This means if we add the subscripts, then automatically we can get the atomic number. That is the use of electronic configuration. Let us discuss some more electronic configurations in the next upcoming video. Thank you.